Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm just right on time. I meant to get on a little bit earlier, but I was having trouble with technology. Looks like there's a few people on here. I wish I knew who was on here so I could say hi. Um, so a couple things. Also, can you guys hear me? That's a number one thing. If you want to type in the chat. Hi. Oh, hi Natalia. How are you? Okay, I'm assuming you guys can hear me. So a couple things. Awesome. Um, welcome. For people who don't know me, my name is Jordyn, and I'm going to be taking you through a 60-minute Fit Flow class. And so this is through the NERSA Movement Challenge, and so there could be other people on here from all other schools around the country. So I teach at Ohio University, and like I said, today I'll be taking you through a Fit Flow class. You'll need a set of dumbbells. If you can also use body weight if you don't have any dumbbells, or you can use like a water bottle or anything that you can grab a hold of. And then a second thing is that I will not be playing music today due to copyright reasons. We just got a website that we're able to use for copyright free music, but I haven't had the time to play around with it yet. So hopefully on Thursday that will be working. So today we will get started in child's pose. Oh, and another thing I forgot to say. These next 6 classes, I'm going to be doing my theme based on this pyramid of self-mastery. And so there's 6 levels, so it'll be for next 6 classes. So the first one will be self-awareness, which is what the theme will be today. And then it goes self-exploration, self-love, self-transformation, so there's a couple other ones, but today we're going to be doing self-awareness. So that's going to be today's theme. And we're going to get started in child's pose today. So sitting the hips back on the heels, bringing big toes to touch. And then start to walk the hands out, resting the forehead down on the mat. And maybe you start to rock the forehead side to side. And start to set this foundation for the self-awareness. This foundation for building upon greater and richer things in our lives, such as the next few steps in this pyramid. So self-exploration, self-love, self-transformation. So using today to just explore all aspects of your body, your mind, and your breath. So first, bringing that awareness throughout your body. So starting with your fingertips, and then just imagine drawing a line down both arms, and then down the spine, making your way down to your feet. Just having a sense of awareness of your body and the space you're in. And now bringing awareness to your breath, this life force that gets us through good times, the tough times. So on your next inhale, filling up, being aware of your breath. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale once more, fill up, bottom of the belly, sides of the lungs, top of the chest. And open mouth, exhale, release. On your next inhale, press up to a tabletop position. Shoulders on top of wrists, hips over knees. And we'll take some cat-cows. So on your next inhale, dropping the belly, sending the gaze up. And exhale as you round the spine and tuck the chin. Inhale, send the heart forward. And exhale, press the mat away. Taking a few more on your own breath. Maybe adding some side-to-side motion to get a little side body stretch. And bringing awareness to how the back body feels through these cat-cows. Just gonna check in to see. Cool. So on your next inhale, come back to a neutral spine. And we'll extend this right arm out in front of us. And left toes extend behind, a couple inches off the mat. And we're gonna stay here, bringing that right arm up towards your right ear. And pressing back through that left heel, squaring the hips towards the ground. On your next inhale, lift a little higher. And placing that right hand down, opening up that left arm towards the sky into a modified side plank. So dropping that left foot down on the mat. And on your next inhale, you'll raise up, shoulders stacked on top of hips, arms out to T. And exhale, left palm finds the side of that left leg, reaching up and over with those right fingers. Inhale brings you back up to T. And now place the palms on the mat, stepping this right foot back to meet the left in high plank. Lower all the way down to feet for locust. One more breath in, raise the chest just a bit higher. And exhale, release back down. Place the palms underneath your shoulders and press up into tabletop. We'll take that other side. So left arm extends out in front of us, right toes extend behind. And notice the hips squared towards the mat. Take your next inhale to lift the limbs just a bit higher, pulling in opposite directions. And then plant this left palm down. Reach up and open with that right arm, planting down that right foot. Spinning the chest up and open towards the sky. And on your next inhale, rise up, arms out to T. And exhale, right hand finds the back of that right leg, reaching up and over with those left fingers. Inhale brings you back upright. And exhale, palms plant, stepping the left foot back to high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, untucking the toes. Bringing hands to the low back. And on your next inhale, raising the feet and the chin in the chest. Squeezing those shoulder blades back and down as you lift the chest just a bit higher. And exhale, release back down. Palms plant underneath the shoulders. Press up through tabletop or high plank. And exhale into downward facing dog. So first down dog, noticing that chest pressing back towards those thighs. Heels are driving down towards the back of the mat. And on your next inhale, gaze to the top. And start to walk the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale halfway, let's lengthen out the spine. And exhale as you forward fold. Inhale, stand it up, high mountain, reach those arms up. And exhale as we bow. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, palms plant, step it back to high plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in here, filling up, raising those hips towards the sky. And on your exhale, lowering the heels down towards the mat. On your next exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Coming into tabletop. Right arm extends out in front of us. Left toes extend behind. Planting the right palm down, lifting up with that left arm. Dropping the left foot to the mat and rise up. Shoulders stacked on top of hips. On your exhale, left hand finds the back of the left leg, side body stretch. Right palm plants, extend out through these left fingertips. Open up the left side body. And exhale, brings you back up, side body stretch over the right. Inhale, extend. And exhale, brings you back up. On your next inhale, plant the palms down, spin onto those left toes, and hug that right knee up in towards your chest. And on your next inhale, you'll start to lower the right knee to the mat. And exhale, drive it up in towards the chest. Inhale, lower. And exhale, raise. And we'll keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drive that right knee up, and then plant the right foot in between the palms. And on your next inhale, high on those back toes. We'll inhale up to crescent lunge. Lengthen out from hips to fingertips. And now grab a hold of opposite elbows. Resting your head back. So getting a little shoulder stretch while also strengthening the legs and opening up the heart and the space surrounding the chest. On your next inhale, re-extend those arms. And exhale, palms plant, step it back to high plank. And lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Drop the knees to the mat. Left arm extends out in front. Right toes extend behind. Staying here for the inhales, you lift a bit higher. And exhale, left palm plants. Spin that right foot flat and open up to a modified side plank. On your next inhale, raise up, shoulders stacked on top of hips. And exhale, right palm plants on the right leg, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, left palm plants, extend out through those right fingertips. And exhale, side body stretch to the left. Inhale, back down, extend and lengthen. Exhale, rising up. On your next inhale, palms plant at the top of your mat. Draw that left knee up and towards your chest. On your next inhale, lower it down to the mat. And exhale as you bring that knee up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, up. And we'll stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot plants in between the palms, engaging the low belly. And on your next inhale, rising up to crescent. Driving that right hamstring up towards the sky. And sinking low in those hips. And now grabbing for opposite elbows and switching it out. So your default. Maybe taking the gaze up towards the ceiling, adding a little back bend. On your next inhale, re-extend arms high. And exhale, palms plant, step it back, high plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand it up, high mountain. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. So now we'll grab a hold of those weights. Seeing how many people I got on here. So we'll start at the top of our mat. Right foot is planted. Weights can be up at shoulder height, down by your sides, whatever is most comfortable for you. We'll start to take a courtesy squat. So taking his left toes and stepping over off the right side of our mat, back to the top. Keeping that right knee on top of that right ankle. And trying to step those left toes back further each time. And for more of a challenge, weights can be overhead. A challenge to keep the chest lifted. Also gets our heart rate up just a bit more. And we'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, and 1. We'll come back into that courtesy, but drop the left knee to the mat. And now from here, we're going to tuck those left toes under and come to a hover with that left knee. So left knee is hovering 1 to 2 inches off the ground. You'll start to hinge at the waist. Arms are down by your sides. Staying for the inhale. And exhale as you row those arms up and back. Inhale, lower them down. Exhale, row it back. So a lot going on here in this courtesy lunge, hovering this knee, also while taking these rows. Trying not to put so much weight into those right toes. Notice them softening up just a bit. Putting that weight into the right heel. Maybe checking in with that left knee, making sure it's just at a slight hover. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise back up to mountain. Shake out that right leg. And then step the left toes back into crescent. So right knee on top of right ankle. Bring hands to heart center. Staying for the inhale, do lengthen up. And exhale, twisting over towards the right. Inhale brings you through center. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, re-lengthen, bring through center. And exhale, over to the right. So now moving back and forth on your own pace. And maybe you choose to hold when you're twisted to the right or to the left. And bringing awareness back to that breath if you've lost it, especially during these twists. We'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring you back to center, straight into this right leg, and we'll open it up to a warrior 2. So right toes pointed towards the top of the mat. Pinky toe side of that left foot is rooted into the back of the mat. We'll take the arms out to T. We're not going to hold the weight down here. We'll have the palms facing up. And on our next exhale, we'll straighten into that left leg, hugging in those elbows. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, hug it in. And keeping the gaze off of that right hand. Guiding the right knee out and away from you. Using these forceful exhales to pull the weights back to center. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start to put a bend into this right knee, sinking the hips back and down into a side lunge. So left toes will be pointed back towards your face. You have the option of coming up high into those right toes or dropping the right heel to the mat. We'll have the arms out in front of us. So in this low side lunge, where you're feeling a nice stretch in the left inner thigh, we'll start to add some front raises. So starting with the weights, palms facing towards you. And we'll raise the weights up to shoulder height and lower them back down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, lower. And what's cool about this is that you can get a really good stretch, but also really working those muscles at the same time. So that's what makes you feel so good after this practice, is that you're all stretched out, but also super sore at the end. We'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the weights, spin onto the ball of that left foot. And then step the right toes back to high plank. And your option to make your way back to just a down dog right away, or adding that flow, lowering halfway or all the way on your exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And open mouth, exhale, release. Next, inhale, gaze just forward. Exhale, step or float, feet to hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Stand it up, high mountain, reach and expand. And exhale, pull hands through heart center. Well, now we'll move on to the other side. So left foot is planted at the top of the mat. Hands can be same place as before or somewhere different. And stepping the right toes back off the left side of your mat, dropping the knee either all the way to the ground or to a hover. And exhale back to the top, mountain pose. Inhale, step it long. And exhale to the top. And maybe for more of a challenge, you don't drop the right foot. You just bring the knee into the chest. And I also realized filming all these classes on carpet makes it so much harder. I don't know if you guys are on carpet or not, but I feel like after this, it's gonna feel like a breeze back on hard floor. We'll stay for 4, 3, 2, 1. Step those right toes back, drop the right knee down, give yourself a little break. Arms are down by your sides, palms facing in, tucking the right toes under, engaging every muscle in your body, and then lifting the right knee to a hover. Staying for the inhale, and exhale, roll those arms back, elbows squeeze in. Inhale, lower, exhale, roll it back. And maybe during this, so you're not so in your head, maybe visualize the shoulder blades squeezing together. So bringing that awareness towards the shoulder blades. Each time you roll those arms back, trying to get out of our head of when is this gonna be over? We'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it up to the top of the mat. Give that left leg a little shake. Now step it back into crescent. Right toes extend behind. So noticing the heel draw on top of the ball of the toes. Right, left knee is on top of that left ankle. Bringing hands to heart center. Staying for the inhale, lengthen hips out through the crown of the head. And exhale, twist it over to the left. Inhale, brings you through center. Exhale, over to the right. Now moving back and forth, trying to twist just a bit deeper each time. Again, another stretch in a strengthening pose. We'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one each side. Straight into that left leg. And open it up, warrior 2. Left knee draws out and away from you. Squeezing in those glutes, pressing the hips forward. Making sure the spine is in one straight line. Now taking the arms out to T, palms are facing up. And on our next exhale, straighten left leg, hug the elbows in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug it in. Finding a focus point off of those left fingers. And we'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hug it all in. And now heel to the feet, so both sets of toes are pointed forward. And then sink into that left leg, dropping the hips towards the mat. Right toes are pointed back towards your face. And make sure the toes and the whole foot is engaged. That will engage that whole right leg as well. Arms are down in front of us. And on our next inhale, making sure to relax those shoulders. Raising the weights up to shoulder height. And exhale, release back down. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. And now for this pose, bring awareness to your low belly. We could often strain the back in this pose. So engaging the core will help us sit upright. We'll take 6 more. 5, 4. Bring the weights to the top of your mat, spin onto those right toes, and then step it back into high plank. And now just drop it to your knees and get rid of those weights, put them off to the side. And now palms are planted on the mat, stepping those toes back into high plank. Lower down to your forearms, so the elbows are underneath the shoulders, both palms planted into the mat. And then start to walk those feet up to meet the elbows into dolphin pose. Now start to raise this right leg up towards the ceiling, squaring those hips down. So pressing back through that heel. And we're just gonna hold. And now we're gonna pulse up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot finds the mat. Deep breath in here, filling up. And exhale, emptying out. Left heel raises, squaring the hips down. Engaging that left leg. And now we're gonna pulse that left heel up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot finds the mat. Walk the feet in just a bit closer towards the elbows. Just one more breath here. And out. Walk the feet back to forearm plank. And now lower everything down to the mat, untucking those toes. Now just resting here for a few breaths. My room is so hot right now. I didn't want to turn the fan on because I feel like that would make the noise a little bad. The sun is like blaring through my window and it's hot box in here. Taking the next inhale, raising the chest. Maybe taking the gaze up. And now dropping the chin towards the chest. Feeling that stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, brings your head back up to neutral. And then lower everything down. Palms plant under shoulders. Press up through high plank or tabletop. And exhale into downward dog. On your next inhale, take the gaze forward. And exhale, step or float, feet to the top. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down, rise up, arms sweep overhead. And exhale, pull hands through heart center. Grabbing those weights. Coming to the top of our mat. Right foot is planted. Arms will be up to cactus. So driving that left knee up and in towards the chest. Arms will be staying here the entire time. But on our exhale, we'll start to kick this left foot forward, straightening out the leg. And then inhale, bend back into the left knee. And exhale, straighten it out. And I know you probably don't have a mirror around you, but just try to bring awareness to how your body is. Making sure it's in one straight line. We have a tendency to either lean forward or to lean back in this pose. So just imagining your head on top of your shoulders, on top of your hips, hips right over ankles. And we'll stay for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll drop into a half moon. So I forgot to say this at the beginning, but if you do have a block or some sort of book, you can feel free to grab that real quick. But if not, a weight totally works also to place underneath your palm. But if you really not have any, you can put the hand on the mat too. So we'll come into half moon. So right, and this is where it gets real challenging on carpet if you're on carpet. So on your next inhale, start to drop the left toes to the mat. And then exhale, raise them back up. Inhale, lower left toes down. Exhale, straighten the left leg out. And for this, finding a focus point somewhere in front of you will be so helpful. And try not to lock out that right knee, so it's keeping a little bend. We'll take 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping this left leg lifted, step the left toes to the back of the mat. And then we'll open it up into warrior 2. So you might want to grab this hand or the weight in the right hand. And then rising up, readjusting your warrior 2 stance. And we'll be going back and forth from warrior 2 to side angle. So arms are out to T, not holding here. But on our next exhale, we'll drop into side angle, whether that be right elbow to right knee or right palm to the ground. Left arm extends overhead. Inhale, using the core, pressing into that right foot, rising back up to warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, fill up and expand. Exhale, side angle. So now moving on your own. Whether that be a little faster than this, or you have the option of holding either one of these. And I challenge you in your warrior 2 to take the gaze out over the right fingers. And then on your exhale into side angle, take the gaze up towards the sky. So challenging your balance by switching your gaze. We'll stay for 5, 4, 1, and in side angle. And on your next exhale, left palm will thread underneath of that right leg. So spinning the torso down towards the mat. And then rising up, extending that left arm up, being so expansive through the chest. Inhale, lower the weight under the right leg. And exhale, rising up. We'll take 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, 1. Framing the right foot, spinning onto the left toes. Stepping the right foot back. In from the toes and the hands if they're either on the weights or on the mat. And then simply just step to the top of your mat and slowly rise up to standing. And I will take this on the other side. So left foot is on the mat. Arms are out to T, goalpost. Right knee up and into the chest. But before starting to kick out, flexing into this right foot and keeping it flexed the entire time. So squeezing in that low belly, creating a straight line of energy from the feet out through the crown of the head. And exhale as you press right foot out. Inhale back into chest. Exhale, extend it out. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to open it up into, losing my balance, into your half moon. So dropping left hand to the mat or onto your weight, a block or a book. And then open it up, right weight extends overhead. And finding your balance here. And once you feel grounded, next inhale, start to drop the right toes to the mat. And exhale, raise the right leg. Inhale, lowers you down. Exhale, rise back up. I feel like this pose has the most in it. A lot of stretch, a lot of strength, and a ton of balance. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the right leg lifted. Slowly bend into that left knee, stepping the right toes behind. And then grabbing this left weight and rising up to warrior 2. And taking a moment to readjust. It's nice because I'm totally looking at myself so I can see like what I'm doing wrong and what I need to fix in my stance. So that's kind of nice. So in your warrior 2, most important thing here is pressing through that right foot, engaging this whole outer right leg. And then arms out to T. On your next exhale, into side angle. And maybe this side looks different. Maybe on the other side, your elbow came to your knee, and this time, palm comes to the mat. That's totally okay. Each side is different. Inhale, rise you back up. Exhale, side angle. And again, maybe doing that thing with your gaze in warrior 2, looking out over the left hand. And in side angle, taking the gaze up. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next exhale brings you into side angle. Opening up through the right side chest. And on your inhale, draw this right arm underneath the left leg. Torso towards the ground. And exhale, spin, open the chest. Inhale, lower the right weight down. Exhale, expand and open. We'll stay for 8, 7, 6, and noticing if you're relying on your left leg to hold you up, it should be more of a hovering action over the left leg. We'll stay for 3, 2, last 1. Right palm plants, framing the left foot, stepping it back to high plank, and holding here for 3 breaths. Making this the strongest high plank of this practice. Squeezing those inner thighs together, rolling heels on top of big toes, adding a little round into the upper back. One more inhale, fill up. And exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Set the weights off to the side. Grab a drink of water. I have not given one water break yet. But maybe you have, and that's good for you. I just totally forgot. And I didn't say that before class either. I feel like I forgot to say a lot of things. One being that you can stop whatever you need and take a break, grab water, stay in child's pose the whole time. But I feel like it's the regulars that usually come, so you probably know that already. So we'll come onto our bellies. Tops of the feet are grounded onto the mat. We'll bring the hands up behind our head like sit-up arms. I'm hoping you guys can see me. I'm a little dark down here. So hands are behind the head like sit-up arms. And then start to raise up into locust. So raising the chin, the chest, and the legs. And on your next exhale, start to drop the right elbow towards the mat. So everything is still lifted. We're just taking a little crunch to the right. Inhale brings you back to center. Lift a little higher. Exhale, left elbow finds the mat. Inhale through center. And exhale, twist to the right. Now keep going back and forth. Each time you get to center, take a little break to adjust and lengthen up. We'll stay for 6 each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more each side. Those are killer for the back. Oh, rest one cheek to the mat. And now we'll do something similar, still in this locust. This time our arms are down by our sides, palms facing down towards the ground. On our inhale, we'll lift everything up. And exhale, reaching through these right fingertips back towards the right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, left fingers towards the left knee. And again, for the same thing, each time you make your way through center, take the inhale to gain a little length. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, resting the opposite cheek to the mat. Or tabletop. And exhale into downward facing dog. Enjoying a few breaths here in this stillness. Feeling a sense of aliveness from your fingertips all the way down through those heels. On your next inhale, raising right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Next, exhale, right knee to right elbow, hug it in. Inhale, extend it long. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow and hold. Trying to bring the right knee up just a bit higher. Dropping the left knee towards the ground, untucking those toes. And inhale, rising up to low lunge. Now take the hands behind the low back. And open up through the chest. And maybe using this grip to really squeeze into those palms, release all that tension out of the hands. We're on our hands so much in yoga, especially this practice. So massaging them out a little bit. Now planting the palms down, pressing those hips back into a half split. So bring those right toes up towards your face. Inhale as you sit up tall, lengthen out. And exhale, leading with the chest, folding over the right leg. Pulling this right hip forward, left hip back. And maybe if you don't like that sensation, start to just rock the hips back and forth, finding a certain spot in the hamstring that feels good, that you want to stretch. Right foot plants at the top of the mat. Re-bend into that right knee. Then tucking those left toes. Stepping the right foot back. High plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Upward facing dog or cobra. Breathe in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend it high. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to elbow and hold. Draw that left knee up towards that left tricep. Staying for one more inhale. Bring left knee into chest. Placing left foot in between the palms. Dropping the right knee down. Untucking the toes. And inhale, arms up for a low lunge. Drawing arms back so that the biceps are alongside the ears. Now taking the hands behind the low back, but switching over one finger. So opposite thumb on top. And start to squeeze into the hands, releasing some tension. Bringing awareness to that right hip flexor, softening it as we start to bring the hips lower towards the ground. And just visualizing it opening up. A lot of space being created in the inner right thigh. Releasing the grip, palms plant around the left foot. Straight into that left leg, left toes extend back towards the face. Next inhale raises you up to a flat back. And exhale, folding over the left leg. Releasing the head down. Bringing some softness into the jaw and all the facial muscles. Rebend into that left leg. Palms plant high on those right toes. Stepping the left foot back to meet the right foot. And now we're going to hold a little bit longer in this high plank. Bring awareness to all 10 of your fingers. Really spread them out. Feel the stretch in between all the fingers. Feel the stretch in the wrists. Hugging the low belly in. And on your next exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Elbows scrape up against the sides of the ribs. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Last down dog of practice. Notice one thing that feels different after this self-awareness, exploration, finding our body in this space. Notice one thing that you've noticed has changed in your body. On your next inhale, filling belly, chest, and lungs. And exhale, drop knees to the mat. And start to make your way to a seat. Not palms. I guess palms of the feet. I don't know if that's a thing. But the feet are rooted down. And start to lower down onto your back. Maybe as slowly as you can. A little more core work. And then eventually landing so that the spine is fully planted. Soles of the feet. I don't know why I forgot that. It just came to me. Not palms, soles of the feet. Soles of the feet are planted. Arms are down by your sides. We'll make our way into bridge. And enough. Option to walk the shoulders underneath of the upper back. Maybe taking another bind with the hands underneath the low back. And if you liked that little squeeze of the palms, go ahead and do that again. Next, inhale, lift hips a little bit higher. And exhale, release them down to the mat. Start to windshield wiper the legs back and forth. And now we'll take one more bridge, or if wheel is in your practice, for wheel, placing the palms by your ears. And wherever you are, on your next inhale, pressing the hips up. And staying for 3 deep breaths here. Next breath in. And your next breath out, lower down to the mat. Now bring the soles of the feet together. Open up the knees wide into butterfly. Maybe taking the hands and placing them on the inner thighs to give a little more resistance, a little more stretch, a little more love to those inner thighs. Slowly start to use the hands to pull the knees together and bring the knees in towards your chest. And extend the feet up towards the ceiling. You can stay here and legs up the wall, or option to lift up those hips into shoulder stand. The hands are placed on the low back. And maybe taking some rolls of the ankles. And if you're in shoulder stand, option for plow, dropping the feet behind the head. I realized that plow feels so much better and a little bit easier at the end of the day. Like I was doing this morning right once I woke up, and I just couldn't do it. It hurt so bad. But now after like walking around and moving, it comes so much more natural at the end of the day. I don't know if you can relate or not, but maybe. Coming back through that shoulder stand if you're in plow. And drop the hips to the mat. Slowly hug those knees in. Arms go out to T or to goalpost. And drop the knees over towards the right, taking the gaze over the left shoulder. Your next inhale brings your gaze and your knees through center. And exhale, drop the knees over towards the left. Gaze goes over those right fingertips. Next inhale, big breath in. Everything comes to center. And we'll take one more final pose. It can be whatever you want to be. It can be, since you're at your own house, you can literally go up against the wall, do a headstand, handstand, whatever you want. You're in an environment where it's a judge-free zone. I mean, it's always a judge-free zone, but I know sometimes when teachers say this, we're like looking around to see what everyone else is doing. But now that you're at your own space by yourself, feel free to do whatever you want here. I can give you some more options. Happy baby, another reclined butterfly. Again, those inversions. Or maybe you come right to your final relaxation. Maybe a full straddle, straightening both legs out. Start to hug the knees back in towards your chest. And if you've left the mat, no rush back. Start to draw the forehead up to meet the knees, giving yourself a huge squeeze and a huge thank you for taking this time out of your day to spend it virtually with me and all the amazing other people that are watching. And your next exhale brings your legs out long, full body awareness back into your practice. So realizing your body and space at this moment, starting to draw a line down, start at the top of your head, and moving down your spine, going out through the arms, through the fingertips, down through your legs and out through the toes. Just visualizing anything helps so much, especially with being aware of yourself. And so now that you've found a total state of self awareness, taking this next inhale to fill up great positive energy, and exhale into your final relaxation, Shavasana. Feel free to keep relaxing in this Shavasana. But when you're ready, start to bring the awareness back to the breath, the body, bringing small movements into the hands and the feet. Take the arms overhead, full body stretch. Breathing in from toes out through fingertips. And open mouth, exhale. Draw the knees in towards your chest. And roll onto your favorite side into a fetal position. And slowly start to make your way up into a seated position of your choice. Bringing hands to your heart center and closing down the eyes. And just knowing that you can come back to this state of self-awareness anytime throughout your day. It really helps to keep you grounded and present and move with so much mindfulness throughout the day. So starting out your days, even before you get out of bed, just visualizing yourself in space. Bringing awareness to every part of your body and your breath. And that will guarantee a day of mindfulness, clarity, and peace. Next, inhale, arms extend overhead, big breath in. And exhale, pulling hands to heart center and bowing into ourselves as we seal our practice in. Namaste. Oh, that was so much fun, and I'm just so sad that I can't see you guys in person. But thank you so much for doing this. I noticed there was about it kept going in and out, but 11 to 13 people, which is amazing for a live class. Sorry, I look really sweaty right now. But I just wanted to say it means so much to me that you came. If you don't mind dropping your name in the comments just to know who was here. I saw Natalia was here, and I miss you. I miss you all so much. And I thought it was funny how before all this even started and we didn't know what was going to happen, I did a live Instagram. Remember that? Over a month ago. And I was like, is this weird or not? And we had no idea that this was going to happen. So I just prepared myself for this somehow. And I really didn't like that live Instagram. I thought it was a little weird, but for a couple other reasons, just because a lot of people could see it and some weird comments. But this is a lot better. I know OU has made this a safe space for us, and that's why we also can't play music for copyright reasons. But I'm gonna try to make a little copyright-free playlist for next time. But also, I didn't suggest this at the beginning of class. But if you have your own music, I didn't suggest my Spotify. I'm gonna write here in the comments. I'm gonna write my Spotify down, and I have so many playlists that you guys can play. Honestly, I'd probably really do that because copyright-free music isn't the best. Oh, if you want to follow me on Spotify, I think that's it. Oh, hi, Gwen. Well, I am going to end this live video. I am doing this Tuesday and Thursday, so that's awesome. I also have my own YouTube channel for pre-recorded fit flows. They're about 30 minutes, so it's like half of this, but it's good if you're in a rush and you're looking for a little sweats and mindfulness. But if you guys are planning on coming Thursday, then I will see you virtually then. If not, maybe Tuesday. This is going to be happening for 4 weeks, and I can't wait. So I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your night.